Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make your shoes last a little bit longer by adding some shoe goo to the bottoms where they wear out unevenly. As you can see, my shoes, the way I run, they wear out here under the balls of my feet a lot quicker than anywhere else. And because of that, usually I end up throwing shoes away. Like when this wears through, I would probably just end up throwing that pair of shoes away because it'll get rocks and water in there. But this technique will help them last a lot longer. As you can see, the rest of the shoe is in pretty decent condition. They're really dirty. I've been using them a lot lately, but you can see, everything else is not wearing near as quick, maybe on the backs. But if I can make this last a little bit longer, then I could probably hold on to these shoes maybe twice as long before the rest of the shoe wears out. So let's go ahead and get to it. I've already kind of done this one, and I'll show you how on this one. So you're gonna want to get some shoe goo. Pretty sure you can buy this at Walmart. I got mine at a local hardware store, but it's a pretty common stuff. As you can see, it's for shoe repair and protective coating. You can glue, if you have parts of your shoes that come off, you can use this and glue them back on, but I'm just gonna add a few layers here on the bottom of my shoe, just as an extra wear layer so they last a little bit longer. What else you're gonna need is some isopropyl alcohol. You can get this anywhere. Walmart sells it, so you shouldn't have a hard time finding that. But what you're gonna wanna do first is you have to clean the shoe. If it's not clean, then the shoe goo isn't gonna stick to it. So you'll need some paper towels. Basically, you're just gonna rub it down really well. You can use a little scouring pad if you want. I'm just gonna use paper towels, but just make sure you get it nice and clean. You get all the dirt, any oils or grease or anything on where you want to apply it. You wanna make sure you get all that off. See, so the dirt, anything on there, it's gonna make it not stick as well. So I'm just gonna rub it down really well. In fact, it's probably even better if you use some sort of scouring pad. Would probably clean it a lot better, do a lot better job. The isopropyl alcohol will help dissolve contaminants, but then also it evaporates really quickly, and so you don't have to wait for your shoe to dry as long. See, it's already almost all dried up. And then your second step, what you have to do is you have to kind of scour the surface so the glue actually grips onto it. If you just have a flat, smooth surface, the glue is gonna kind of peel off. It won't stick as well. And so this isn't the best way to do it. If you have something serrated or anything that's similar that you can use to scuff it, that's what you want to do. So see, I'm gonna bend my shoe up a bunch, but I'm just gonna try and scuff the rubber really good. Scuff everywhere I want to apply the goo. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of leaving little scratches in it. You want to do that quite a bit, just so it has a lot of little teeny edges to grip onto. And I can't, on this one, but go in a bunch of different directions, just so it gives it better angles and more to grab onto. All right, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but there are a lot of little grooves in it now. Now after you've got it nice and scuffed up, open your shoe goo. You're gonna have to puncture the cap if you haven't already. But basically, I'm gonna put maybe 2 piece-sized amounts on there. And then you just want to spread it nice and level. What the instructions on this say to do is, if you're gonna do it as a protective coating, you want to do thinner layers and then just add layers on top instead of like one big layer. That will help it with flexibility so it doesn't crack and bend as much. So basically I got that on there, and I'm just gonna press it in everywhere I want that extra wear resistance. So I'm just gonna kind of smooth it out to the areas that I can see are wearing more quickly, and just kind of smooth it out. Now I am gonna add another layer on this after it dries, after it's mostly dry. And so I don't want it to be completely smooth because I want that second layer to adhere properly. So I'm gonna tap it a little. I don't know if you can see what that's doing, but it's just kind of raising little teeny bumps. So that second layer should adhere properly. And make sure you do this thin enough that, well, you don't want a thick bulge on there, you know, because when you're running or walking, you're gonna notice that extra material. And so you just want nice thin layers, and do a couple coats depending on how much wear it's got. But that's pretty much it. We'll let it dry for now, and then I'll come back for the second coat. All right, guys, if you look, you can see how well these have lasted. It's been about 3 weeks so far after I put the coatings on. This one that's more worn out, I put 4 coats on, just thin coats. And then on this one, I only put 2 coats on just because it was wearing a little thin. Doing something like this will extend the life of your shoes quite a bit and save you a little bit of money on buying new shoes, especially for someone like me where you have just certain wear spots. Like you can see here, and I guess the front's a little worn, maybe the back. You know, I could just do this to those spots, and then besides being dirty, I mean, the rest of the shoe is in great condition, you know, even the insoles. And so instead of having to just buy a whole new shoe because it wears through on the bottom, you can just do this and save yourself some money. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up if you liked the video. If not, that's cool too. But thanks for watching. Have a good one.